Hi, my name is Roast Beef and I have a pizza in the fridge. The fridge? I have a pizza in the oven, is what I meant to say. Anyway, while my pizza's in the oven, I actually own this game. The Japanese version of this game I own, a retail copy of. But, as a little treat, this is in English. This is the US version of the game. And I, while my pizza cooks, I'm going to have a little stab at Sega Rally. Now, my thingy's overlapping, and my video's also too big. Fix that. Let's just get into it. It's a lot different in English because I can read it. I'm gonna go with Old Faithful in an auto now. The only real question here is, can I get to the third level? And the pressure's on with this whole pizza scenario. I've got a ticking clock scenario, and I just letting you know, I don't know this game. I played it with my nephew a little while back. I do know this game. I used to play it in the arcade on the reg. Fuck you. But that's a long time ago, so. And I've never played it on Saturn, which is a little bit more pixelated than the arcade original. But man, I think this does a great job. It sucks that the Saturn's always, well, back in its time anyway, used to get a real hard time for not being able to do 3D, but for the time, I think this is awesome. Smell the pizza, smell the victory. So aside from hitting that freaking Celica or Super or whatever, that was a pretty good run. 11th. Yeah, no, it wasn't good. Yeah, in the arcade, back in the day, I used to be able to get to the last track on 1 credit after I mastered all the gear changes on certain corners and stuff. I think that was why I used to play it in the arcade, because it was something you could finish rather than just a normal racing game. You only do 1 lap, and I don't know, it's just a real hoot. What can I say? Look at that. That was pretty clean. Oh, don't get cocky. There's a theme of me getting cocky in games and then very bad things happening. But I think my chances of seeing the next track are as good as they're ever going to be. Successfully finishing the next track, that's just not going to happen. I don't know what buttons break, like the handbrake. Which is something I'm definitely going to have to learn. Doing alright. God, you could cook 5 pizzas in the time it takes me to fail at this game. Oh no, I might not even make it now. Come on. Yeah, you've got to finish that with significantly more time. Oh well. Hey, I've always wanted to capture this game, so even if this is the only time I capture Sega Rally, the classic. See there, I said it in the Australian style that time. We've got a cheese in Australia called Bega, B-E-G-A, and a town called Bega, which is, I think, where the cheese name originates from. And it's been around since, I don't know, 100 years more, beats me, but it's a town called Bega, as we say it, Bega. And then you walk into the supermarket to this day, there's walls of cheese. well, not walls, but they've got their own little section in this supermarket. You piece of shit. Oh, look at them. It's completely unnatural. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's right there. We might have one more go at that, so I can finish my rant at the very least. It's a biggest popular brand of cheese, regardless of how many shelves it has in the cheese section at the supermarket. And then, you know, Sega comes along. And we all heard when you boot up the game, Sega. We heard that. But we already had the town. And we already had the cheese. So, everyone, we just called it Sega. Yeah, let's play some Sega. And that's the whole story. Of if I say Sega, which I prefer to just continue doing, it's a bit of lore, a bit of Aussie lore behind it. What was that? Now you, yeah, learnt my lesson from them. But there's so many more lessons to learn. I think in the arcade, like, I used to come in those playthroughs I was referring to where I get to, which I believe is the last stage. You had to be at, like, in the top 5, I think, in the first race. Still don't know what button handbrake is, because there's like a brake and a handbrake, I'm guessing. Actually, the arcade didn't have a handbrake that I remember. It's pretty clean, but that's 11th again. It's clean, but not bleach, fresh, hospital corridor floor clean, which is what you need to beat this game, let me tell you. Ooh, the pizza timer. 7 minutes to go. Plenty of time to fail at Sega Rally. 42 seconds out of that. Alright. I wonder too, like, if you're playing a manual transmission, do you get a bit more speed or something? Some games give you, like playing automatic gives you a handicap of sorts in certain games. I think, yeah, you could play this manual or automatic in the arcade. That's like a puzzle in itself. You've got to figure out the line. Obviously the outside's the wiser option to pass him. Yeah, that's stuffed my whole chance of. So is that and that and that. God, I went through this area really well last time. Darn it. I think too, because in that playthrough I was really pumping the accelerator. Gosh, I'm not gonna have much time in the. Does the time reset each time? I don't think it does. The trick to this game is, yeah, the time from the beginning. It all is all you get in the next one. Like, because I only had 3 seconds left in that, I'm gonna have not much time. 18 seconds.
2, 1, go.
But even I'll admit that my last, that was so sloppy. Nice and sloppy. Sloppy Joes. Don't even know what that's from. What is that from? Is that from The Simpsons or Billy Madison or something? I don't know. I'm dying because of Sloppy Joes. Wait, I made it further than last time. You fungus piece of shit. Get off my thingy. Can't really see the graphics that well through here. I don't know if I should run the risk of this. Well, we got pizza 4 minutes. Man, that's pushing it. Yeah, I don't think I should. So there's a little snippet of Sega or Sega, depending on how you'd like to say it, Rally on Saturn, the American version, which I had never played before, and it's cool having this particular game in English, gotta say. Until next time, Roast Beef 3000, see you later.